Hey there, thanks for joining me on Chocolate Pickney. If it's your first time, a big hearty welcome. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you back. Today, I'm going to be showing you how I did this beautiful hairstyle. It was a learning process for me, so stick around and learn with me. For this hairstyle, I'll be using the white cotton yarn. I'll also be using the yarn needle or braiding needle. I'll also be using the Afro Twist bulb to add some bulb to the back of the hair. I'll be attaching that with bobby pins, and I'll be adding some cuteness to this hairstyle with these lace flowers I got at the fabric store. So the first thing I'll be doing is sectioning the hair. I section that portion of the back by starting the part from the back of the ears across the back of the head and to the other ears, and I left that and put it aside, for later. Now for the front of this hairstyle, I'll be doing 4 big juicy braids, but in between those big braids, I'll have some small cornrows. So this is what I am doing now. Mind you, this is the first time I'm trying this hairstyle. I saw it on another YouTuber's channel. Her name is Eve Mafupa. I think she's an African, and I saw her did the needle and yarn hairstyle, and I was so excited. I just decided I had to try it. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to be doing is threading the needle. This needle is plastic, so it is harmless. It is harmless to the scalp or to the hair. I thread it, and I allowed one end of the thread to be longer than the other. Now I section the hair in two, and the longer end of the thread I am going to put it between the hair, and then I'm going to pinch the hair together to secure it there. Now I'm going to make 2 loops by passing the needle under the hair and over twice, and that would create a knot for me to start my braiding. Now for the braiding, we're going to slide the needle along the scalp under the hair, and it's going to emerge in between that pinch. Now I had to skip that section because my hand was blocking the video, so if it was left there you wouldn't see it anyway. But what I did was slide the needle along the scalp beneath the hair, and it emerged at the middle of the braid. So that section that I am pinching with my 2 fingers, that's the middle of the braid. So this is what happened. I slide the needle under the hair, and it emerged at the middle of the braid. I'm going to do this on the opposite side. So I slide the needle, as I said, beneath the hair, and it emerges at the middle of the hair. And this step will be repeated until I get to the end of the braid. It's quite easy but somewhat tedious because you have to be careful not to put the needle too far apart. You have to try to be consistent with the distance in which you place the needle apart from the last what should I say, the last stitch. So I am doing the same thing repeatedly. I actually speed up this video for time's sake, so in reality I'm moving very slow and trying to get this. Mind you, as I said before, it's my first time, so we are both learning together. So it's very easy. All you have to do is slide the needle along the scalp and let it emerge in the middle. We're going to do this again. We're going to slide the needle, start at the bottom to get a nice part in, and pick up that here, and the needle will come out at the middle. Now if I pull the thread tighter, that pattern that you see would be very small, and you would see what appear to be stitches between the hair. You can see them now, but they're very mild. But if I should pull the thread or the yarn tighter than I did, then you would see the nice details in between. But I didn't want to hurt her scalp, create any tension or damage her hair, so I did it lightly. So as you see, what I did just now, at the end of the braid, I just wrapped the yarn that was left around the braid to secure it and prevent it from undoing. I'm going to move on to the other braid, and I'll be doing the same thing. This one might be clearer than the first one, so stick and stay with me. Now I section the hair, I thread my needle, section the hair, and part that section in two just at the front to hide the end of the thread in. I'm going to loop the needle under the hair and pass it over twice to make a knot at the front, just like this. Now I'm going to start braiding. I'm going to slide the needle beneath the hair, and it's going to emerge in between my two fingers, like right at the middle there. I'm going to do it on the opposite side. Slide the needle from one end and it emerges in the middle. Now you can continue watching, however I'm going to fast forward this video for time's sake. But the same step is repeated on all 4 braids. If you try it, you'll realize that this is very easy. So I hope that you will try and share your results with me. Now if you notice, it's not as perfect as I would have wanted it to be, because I was not consistent with the section or the distance between the last stitch and the stitch that I was doing. So you can see that some of the spaces are smaller than some. If I was using a black yarn, then it wouldn't show. You would see the pattern, but you wouldn't see the difference between the spaces as much as you're seeing them now. But I wanted to see very detailed, and that's why I chose to use a white thread instead of a black thread. But if you're doing this, you should go ahead and use a black thread if you're not as excited as I am to see all the details. Now at the end of the braid, I snip off the extra yarns that were there, and I'm pulling the back together in a ponytail. Now her hair is not enough to give the bulk that I'd want for this hairstyle, so I'm gonna add a bundle from the Afro Kinky bulk. The package comes with 3 bundles, but I'm only gonna use 1 to add some volume to her hair. Now I'm using a black yarn, a piece of black yarn, to wrap around the middle of the Afro Kinky braid. This I'm going to use to create a ponytail. So I'm tying it, and then I'm going to snip away the extra yarn. Now I'm going to plait her here and tuck it away because it's not going to blend well with the Afro Kinky here right now. So I'm tucking it away so it will not show or protrude through the Afro Kinky here. I'm going to attach this Afro Kinky here to her hair by using the bobby pins. And because the Afro Kinky is bulky, it's not going to show her natural hair beneath. It's not going to show the bun that I just wrapped beneath. I'm loosening the ends of the hair to add a little volume to make it fluffier. Now I have some girless knot because it's the only edge control that I had. So I'm using some girless knot to create a sleek look at the front, giving her some cute little baby hairs. Now this hairstyle can be worn to a party or just about any event, but for a more elegant look like a wedding event, I am going to pull the ends of the ponytail together. I'm gonna secure it with a rubber band, and then I'm gonna fold it under and tuck it away with some bobby pins. I'm going to do it right around the circumference. I'm going to pin it all the way around because I need a base to wrap my beautiful lace flower around it. I'm going to use the bobby pin to secure this. This is a gorgeous hairstyle. I am loving this hairstyle so much. It is beautiful. I am happy that I could share with you. I'm so happy I could share with you. I'm grateful to Eve Mafupa who shared her knowledge with us so I could, share it with you. Please share this video. If you like this hairstyle, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I'm asking you kindly to do so because I have more interesting videos ahead. Thanks a whole lot for sharing, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other videos. Here are 2 that you may like as well as you do this one. Thanks again for watching.